Hello and welcome to Jadekine Gaming. My name is Bob and this is the 28th episode of the Shadow Kingdom 5th Edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign. I'm joined here with Vic as Mary, Ryan as Mother June, Adam as Dr. Richter, and Nick as also Mary. We're going to go ahead and start off with... you haven't gotten to do your evening what's-its, yeah? You haven't gotten to do your evening what's-its. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to start off with Mary doing the evening what's-its. In my notes it says Mary didn't get to do their evening what's-its. And,
who could that be?
it could be really...
It could be
they're spelled different.
Yeah, in my notes he's E. Mary and she's A. Mary.
I'm not using your notes.
Yeah.
Well, okay, occasionally.
He doesn't get to see the spelling on your notes.
Yeah, I don't know the spelling. I just asked for the audio version.
Yeah, it's E and A for me.
Okay, so, are you ready for your enthusiastic walk?
Yes. It's going to be pretty boring.
Alright, what are you going to do with your boring evening?
I got to go buy magic supplies. I got to buy
And
magic inks and some papers.
Evening.
Is it evening? Like they're closed?
That's when you get up. It's around 8.
I thought this was his daytime walkabout, which is just the middle of the day.
Because even if good, I'd be taking my long rest at the beginning of the day. I'd be getting up at like 2 or 4.
You start your long rest at 9.
Well, it's whatever time it is. So it's late.
Okay. Sure.
Is that what it is? It's late?
Sure. It's
Also,
late.
it's a Sunday, so some businesses are closed for the races.
That's true. That's true.
That's what happened with House Threads, of course.
Then I don't do it today. I just go to the Horsehead Bar and hang out and get to know people.
You went to a different bar and sat around and drank your evening away.
Yes. Or I go to our bar with all of our people in it.
Yeah, another place. You don't pay for drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like unless he's late, he should be up by like 6 or something.
Okay.
And I will go and buy things in the day when I'm also not sleeping. Because I don't sleep anymore.
Okay, so the rest of you all go to sleep. You drink and
Get to know people.
get to know your gang members out there at the bar.
Try to find anyone who's got magic envy. And might be willing to, trade some stuff for some magic powers.
All right. You can do an investigation check if you're looking for people to sell their soul.
Whoa. It's afterlife insurance. You're not using it.
We just said the same thing, but that's fine.
We said it with different contexts. 4.
You do not find anyone willing to give up your soul, probably because you used the wrong context.
I'm not asking people to give up souls. I'm like, hey, you or maybe I am. So, you want magic powers? I have like magic powers for a soul? No.
I'm using...
It's not that bad.
Where are you going? Why? Where are you going? One of you is religious, and the other one is another kind of religion. Either way, your soul's going somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, it is. We exist in a world where there are gods, you have souls, and they do go someplace whether you want it to or not when you die. You might as well pick. That's what you're basically doing when you worship a god. You're picking your afterlife. You're thinking like, so what do I get? Well, you get feast, you get pleasant areas, and it's like, what's the requirements? Good living, no thievery, no murders. Like,
I was hoping to do some murders.
I can get at least some of those things.
I
at the
mean,
Black
have you
Church
seen
down
this
the-
game?
Yeah, I can get most of those benefits if and still do the naughty stuff if I go to that church.
Yeah, but then what's the afterlife like?
Not as good. Significantly worse.
Not usually, because remember, evil gods they give kick-ass afterlives to all their followers too. It's not like, oh, you worship the bad god, your afterlife sucks. Like, nah, it's just more of what that crap you did when you were alive. It's like people worship everything. God of slaughter. Guess what they get to do in their afterlife? They just get to kill stuff all day long, all the time.
That
and
sounds
get
so exhausting.
And,
But
you know,
that's what they liked.
yeah, that's the point. Your afterlife, yeah. This
That's
isn't
like having to play soccer or something.
Yeah, you worship.
I hate that.
You worship Hector, the god of tyranny and stuff.
Is that the soccer one?
That afterlife's
Help me
gonna
out.
be pretty brutal, but it's going to have lots of room for you to knife people in the back and ascend to power.
It's like, go with the god that fits your
Yeah, exactly.
mood. You want to live in a prison? Worship the god of death.
Well, whatever. I make no progress, but I'm keeping an eye out for guys who might be in that rough and tumble. Like, yeah, I'd like to spend the rest of my afterlife killing stuff forever.
Okie dokie.
I plan on picking up most of my stuff in the slums when we take over that area. Those people don't know what they're selling.
I mean, that area
But they
is
still count.
yeah, that area is open for us to start moving into.
Well, we have our investigators going over there.
Yeah,
We can also investigate,
We can
remember?
also do it.
We're
Oh,
also
yeah.
allowed to be players in this.
Oh, yeah. Well,
You don't have to wait for the quest givers.
You're sitting there doing the consolidating the other area before going into the new one. Yeah.
Okay, so daytime hits.
Going to Monday?
Monday, yeah.
I got a rough.
Monday.
Not bad. 19, 18.
Need some more negotiations to happen.
Around wake up time, it's time for me to head over and do our meeting.
Monday morning meeting.
Monday morning meeting. Man, doing all these meetings, but we ain't doing any meeting. Something like that.
What?
Yeah.
Meat.
I'm gonna need Dr. Richter to come back because I don't know who this character is and I don't like him. I don't like that guy.
This is the new hippie character, man.
I'm gonna need him to go ahead and hippy dippy the fuck out of here.
His mind has become even more fractured.
It's the goal. We'll get there. But I head over to the bar.
Okay. So you're going up to the morning meeting. Alright. So, you guys are there at the morning meeting with all of your people. Abbott was running gambling, Jake's on debt collection, Doomsayer is making more weapons, Spartacus is looking for that. Okay, I need to do a little bit of... Okay.
So Abbott is the one that needs to be reassigned because his last job was just yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You keep moving me further and further this way. He's shaking his leg and it's tickling my leg hair.
Oh!
And it's super duper uncomfortable.
We're all just looking at you, buddy.
Like, what?
Oh, it's what's happening below the lower thirds.
Yes, below the lower third, someone is tickling the ever-loving dickens out of my leg hair, and I don't like it.
Have you tried shaving all the leg hair?
I mean,
Not recently.
Not ever. So Spartacus walks in and puts 41 gold and 5 silver on the table. Gives it to Girl Mary and says, "Here's your cut."
From what?
The stuff that was fenced.
The fence.
Oh, yeah.
Good job keeping up on what you're doing.
You look confused. He goes, "Unless you don't want it."
I will go ahead and hand it over to Abbott to put into the communal pile.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought
having already taken your cut from the cash that was there.
exactly.
Yeah.
Question. We have a bit of money now. Do we just want to go ahead and fully pay off our debt to Hannah so we can get that?
Hannah is in big support of you fully paying off her debt.
I say just wait till next shipment goes out from Doomsayer.
Sense motive on Hannah.
I bet she wants the money because it's hers.
I guess that's insight, which is 22.
She wants the money. It was promised to her, and if you're going to offer her the money, she would like it.
Does she seem disappointed by the dangle that he's trying to snatch it out from?
Oh, no. She's fine with waiting till
Okay.
next week, which was the
No,
original
no.
agreement.
We carry on. Dangling in front of someone the possibility of improving the agreement in front of them in their favor and then taking it back away is still a jerk thing to do.
We are an
They were
open
discussing the possibility of paying early. It's not exactly dangling and then taking away.
Why does anybody outside of you wanting her to wait until we have more money?
Yeah, versus do we have any expenses we can use this to build up within that week?
I mean, this kind of funding is mostly going to be for like big ticket purchases that are going to be useful for like group stuff. So it's going to be things to improve our sending communications or things in order to move a whole lot of material from one place to another.
New facilities.
Stuff like that.
Given that we're looking at the slums next, could we take like 10 to 20 gold out of there, get a whole bunch of people with, bread and other sundry items to start saying these are gifts from the church and an outreach program to start winning people over to our side?
I mean, yeah. Say does anybody have an objection for us starting charitable efforts in the slums for recruitment purposes?
Do we know enough to know if that matters? I mean, in theory, the way things have worked so far, there are particular individuals of power who are trying to identify the masses are just the masses.
It doesn't mean that they don't have any information. They might be able to pinpoint who the top people in the area are for us.
And also, we need masses for, the things we do.
But yeah,
But if we control the people that are over them and already controlling them, they already have established methods of, I'm sure, moving them into position. They're simply pawns.
I want to win their hearts.
Well then, I recommend for doing it to the church, you or your followers directly being involved with going over, in which case, sure, if you're wanting to be feet on the ground in the area, it's worth some investment.
Alright. Soon enough, I'll start asking for, I'll be handing out a collection plate for what I want to do.
Yes.
I'm going to have
Plus,
to
we
say-
don't even know. I haven't been over there. It's like, I think I'll take Huxley over there today to start looking around to see, because everywhere else food's been pretty prominent. It's like, it may be the slums, but they may not be out in the streets starving kind of things where a handout could win them over.
Yeah. We'll go and take a look. Anyway. So, as far as everybody should still be working on their stuff except for Abbott. Yeah, 2 people looking for sergeants, weapon reduction, investigation.
Oh, that's what we could use some of the money. Could we use it to start trying to invest or buy out things that Abbott had found in this district?
Last I remember when Abbott talked about it, that there weren't any places that we could really purchase, that everything was basically owned.
It's a relatively stable financial district. There's a lot of people who are running shops. It's generationally running the shop. They don't tend to sell.
Okay.
Like the fact that there was a warehouse to purchase was pretty good.
Do you want to have him start investigating the Horse's Head area for those such things? Or any other thing he can improve our money through accounting or investments?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just so painful.
And it's like
Because I have out of game information that there's not yet a reason. We'll have them look into Thurston Howells.
I don't know.
Well, that could still just be a joke one-off thing and not actually have happened.
Abbott, is there a way that you would be able to, take a bit of our money and invest it and get a return on it?
if I take the money and invest it, what would you want it invested in? In talking long-term investments or short-term investments or?
And it's like we could have something that's long-term that just accrues a little bit of money over time.
Like what?
Well,
There's no like stocks in this world. There's no bonds. Like there's no IRAs. There's no like. You can invest in a business.
yeah. Invest in a business or I guess property.
Property just doesn't make passive money.
Mm-mm.
In a business, you'd have to like
Unless you are
start
renting it.
Yeah, you'd have to like start a business or something like that. Like, what are you trying to invest in?
Oh,
Just like
I've
the
got-
nebulous, go invest.
okay. No, I've got an idea. Go ahead and direct this to Abbott and Hannah, I guess. What do you guys think about the idea of us go ahead and putting Forest House in our name and then running that place out?
I'm just gonna guess he was renting from someone else. He didn't probably own his own house.
We don't know that, and he could.
It could be. That is just my guess.
Could be wrong.
I could look into it.
Yeah. Yeah, go and see if we can get our hands on Forrest's house and say that that's our property now.
All right, I'll try. Most of the people there are renters.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know. It's like, could we buy or build a tenement?
Yes, but that takes more money. Though, if when you happen to look into Forest House, and it is owned, figure out if it's a individual owner, and perhaps where they'd be.
Alright. But other than that, do you guys have any plans for the day?
Smiling over to Molly. Still spending a lot of the day working on good old Yang.
I was gonna go check out the slums, do a walkabout.
Alright.
I bet Mary's going shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, no.
Okay.
That way we can give you a job to do. Okay.
You know, if it comes up.
Give is kind of a nebulous term.
Alright. Then I will also be going into the slums, but I'll be working my particular angle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I didn't know if you'd be doing that or going back over to the horses set area.
No,
Good.
I was able to do some good proselytizing yesterday and managed to find somebody who wants to, who's going to study under me. So at least I'll have another person that can go and proselytize.
Okay. Are you guys going separately or together to the slum?
Separately.
I have to. I'm going to go and pick up my buddy.
Your buddy.
Yeah.
The new potential
Yeah,
player.
my new halfling friend.
Okay.
Yeah, Sebastian Fleetfoot.
Yes, Sebastian Fleetfoot. Fleet. There's a hyphen. All right, let's start with Mary then.
General just spending the day walking around with Huxley, just checking out. It's like, I won't go so far as to say investigation unless I need one. Then
So you're not investigating anything.
I am.
Well, you're either investigating or you're perceiving.
I'm perceiving. I definitely want to perceive first before investigating.
What are you looking for?
Just the general shape of everything, like condition. How are the people? Do they look hungry or dirty and all that? Could they use improvements in there? If they have the facilities they need, is there any place they congregate?
So you're investigating.
No, that's just walking around looking. I'm not
He's
going
not
up to
asking
talking
anyone.
to people.
Okay, you're either walking around looking at things, in which case you can pick like one, maybe two things you're looking for, or you're investigating, as in you're looking at the entire layout of the area.
If you want one thing, just say surface level details.
Yeah.
I'm not going to accept surface level details.
Okay.
That is super vague and super broad.
Okay, for this first walkabout, where do people congregate, I guess?
Okay, so investigation.
What is one of those things I can do with perception? That I'm just walking around, looking around, not talking to anyone.
What is the state of things? What is the state
you
of buildings?
can look at like the state of the buildings. You can look at the state of the people. If you're looking for where they're congregating, you need to ask someone.
If people are congregating out in the streets, he might be able to do a perception.
Yeah.
Bob knows, clearly he's given us the information now. They're congregating in some sort of building, either residences, taverns, something like that. Something you're not just going to see without investigating further is what he's saying.
Fine. If there's no big groups of people I see on my walkabout, then that doesn't happen. So the general state of things.
Okay, you can look at the general state of things.
Yeah.
Relatively, like, it's a slum,
Yeah.
so...
However, in a slum also, people could be congregating on front porches, because...
That's them sitting on their porch. That's not them congregating on the front porch, unless they're all in one place.
Oh, if people all go to like the one person's porch, because that person is the one that has
Yeah, that would be
has
congregating.
a spread.
Do I need to roll, or do I just spend my day doing that?
I mean, you're wandering around checking on the state of the buildings and all that.
Well, yes. If I can't do that, or people, then yes, just the state of the buildings.
You can look at the state of the people, but you can't look for, like, where are they gathering?
Yeah. No, just, are they malnourished? And stuff like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you're looking to see if they're malnourished. And if the place is in shambles.
Yes. And it's the slums. That might just both be yes, no roll needed. And I'll be fine with that.
I mean, the malnourished thing probably needs a roll. It is a slum, so the place is in shambles. There's not really people taking pride in their property.
Okay. Lower than my passive, so only 16.
What's your passive?
18.
Okay. Yeah, as you're wandering around, you see that there's a lot of people that are quite hungry, and there's some people who are eating, like, bread or things of that nature, but most of them are pretty hungry, pretty bruised and beaten. It's bruised, beaten, dirty, hungry, relatively miserable lot. And then there are those who are eating, who less bruised.
Yeah.
Maybe a little cleaner. Maybe they're, they tend to be laughing a little bit more.
With that passive perception, do any of them wear any certain insignias or anything like that?
Not that you've noticed.
Okay. Yeah, that's just what I spend my day. It's like everything's sort of torn down. It's like just...
Their clothing seems to be different shades of gray or brown. Just dingy, dirty, no big tops or flares of color.
Okay. So, yes, food could probably be a motivator to this group. Or just general healing, too, I guess. It's like I'd gotten the feeling that the universal druid healthcare hit everywhere, but maybe it's not, in fact, everywhere.
Would you like to investigate to see if any of the bruises are fresh?
No.
Do you have like a bad investigation bonus, I'm guessing?
1.
Yeah, +1.
Well, then it would be probably unwise for you to be investigating the slums.
That's why
I'm not investigating. I'm just perceiving. I'm not investigating.
Exactly. This was just supposed to be a general walkabout, so you can tell me this is kind of what the place looks like and the people look like, which I got. I got my money's worth. Out of my 8 hours.
Alright. So,
so I go and pick up Sebastian.
okay. Are you perceiving or investigating the slums?
Oh,
I doubt he's doing either. He's proselytizing them.
yeah. So, talking with Sebastian, I said that we're going to be heading into the slum area in the nearby district. I'm looking to both kind of find out what the state of the people's kind of moral attitude or mood is, as well as kind of who owns things over there, to see why that place is in the state that it is.
So you're investigating ownership stuff?
Yeah, say I'll be talking with people and not only trying to see if they'd be interested in a religion that's going to try to help better their stations, both from inner strength as well as help from the church improving things as we spend some time making the environment around them better. But yeah, I asked Sebastian before we go in if he's got any idea of why the slums is the way it is, or if there's anything he thinks we should bring before we head in.
Guards?
Okay. And it's like, so you think we'll need some physical protection?
Well, they're just dirty thieves there.
Okay. Well,
I don't know why we're wasting our time. They're not worth saving.
Why do you think that?
Because they're dirty thieves?
Well,
Due to their behavior and station?
So why is that area like that specifically?
Because it's full of dirty thieves.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go and see if we can make a difference there.
Okay.
But since he brought it up that we're more than likely going to need guards, we'll go ahead and first head over to the Horse's Head and pick up a couple boys to act as entourage for us.
Alright, you can take Roy.
Alright.
You know, he's a good boy.
Yeah, Roy's a good boy.
And,
He's also one of the only named boys. So.
Yeah, and it kills me every time. I'm like, come on, no, we have to leave him back. Whenever he comes out on a mission, there's a risk of something happening.
and one of Roy's friends.
Alright.
Dressed in red. I'm sure it's fine.
Alright. Yeah. I'll go ahead and also pick up some food to hand out.
How much food are you buying?
If I bought something that's like basic but filling.
So like bread, like
Sure.
what are you buying and of how much?
Yeah.
You're not planning on setting up a spot and having a soup kitchen, and then bread's probably your best walkabout thing.
Yeah, as far
Anything
as
else, soup, rice, all that needs you to fix it somewhere and then have them come to you.
Yeah, but a hand loaf can feed like a person, and how many hand loaves could, unless you have a bag of holding?
No, I don't have a bag of holding.
Yeah.
He's got a couple boys though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if I need to buy whatever.
Some burlap sacks and
Yeah.
just stuff them full of hand.
Yeah, if I have to buy an empty sack and put bread in it, that's fine.
That's fine. So how much are you taking though?
If I want to get like 2 sacks worth, how much would that cost me of buying bread? And
That's 2 sacks worth. I'm gonna say that's 24 loaves,
okay.
and that'll cost you.
Like a silver? I can't imagine a hand loaf more than a copper.
Hand me the first DM screen after Monster Manual.
Not that it matters, because all the prices here are.
I know. I'm just trying to.
I'm just wondering if it's there.
It's gonna cost you probably 2 silver.
Okay. Then I will pay the 2 silver.
2 CP? Yeah. So,
20 would be safe.
Yeah.
Very somewhere.
not bad. A little cheap.
Yeah, he's working in his area where he has proselytized to damn near everyone. Shockingly, the religious lady gets a discount on alms for the poor.
I'm buying 2 sacks of bread to give to the poor. Well, here's yesterday's bread. You can add that.
And he's like, what am I literally doing? Going and doing that thing. Alright. And it's like, well, I'll take Roy, Sebastian, and my boy with our sacks of loaf, and then we'll go ahead and head into the slums. Both looking to proselytize, and then after we talk to them, if we got any interested parties, we'll quiz them on kind of why the slums are the way they are.
Okay. So, as you walk into the slums, are you just being like, free bread? Like, how are you attracting people's attention?
I will be going into the slums, and then as far as how I would attract their attention, I would be like,
Are you trying to get them to come to you, or are you trying to select individuals?
Yeah, I'm trying to select individuals, so I guess I'll start by approaching people that I see that are standing around, and I'll try to pick out ones that I don't know. Can I make a insight check on people before I approach them to see maybe if they have a more honest bent to them? I guess as far as
yes, you can. It's going to be a relatively high DC because you're pretty much cold reading people,
right,
for their trustworthiness.
Yeah.
So just be aware that it's going to be difficult, but yes.
I will attempt to do so.
You can certainly try.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Okay. You look around, and the people you see when you're first walking into the zone, you can tell they're there keeping an eye out for people coming in. Like, there's some interest that wants to keep track of who's entering and leaving their area of influence.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of people like that, and they're just eyeballing you.
So
Interested parties.
yeah, so this is some sort of like gang territory. I'm kind of getting the feel.
Yeah, they're interested in who's coming and going, but you're not sure if you're not sure as to why, but you know that it's not a kind interest.
So these guys
Who
don't
can we
get bread.
help?
They're not. Yeah, they're not looking to help little ladies cross the street.
We have
They're-
all this bread. How
it's-
can we hand it out?
They're looking at you with a certain amount of avarice, which is an underused word in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because you can just say greed.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't have the same mouthfeel.
It's not fancy and old.
Thank you, Austin. Otherwise, I had no idea what his word meant.
Oh, avarice?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's greed.
Agreed.
I don't know. I don't know if those are synonymous or they have different
Greed, I
contexts.
think, is more money. Avarice can be anything, was my understanding.
Greed is definitely not just money.
If it's not synonymous with greed, it's definitely synonymous with envy.
It is.
But,
Avarice is considered a more formal variant, therefore indicating not just the desire to have more, but to continue accumulating more. Thanks, Google.
So they're giving us kind of dirty looks, but they're not like coming after us. They're just
They're
kinda,
not trying to stop you.
okay.
They're marking you. They're going to come after you later.
So far, it's 4 people walking into a place with sacks.
Yeah.
Where
I'll go-
you and the little halfling have sacks of bread.
I'll go ahead and approach one of these people. And it's like,
What you want?
say, we're here from the Church of Renette, and we're looking to get to know the people of the slums better and try to see what we can do to help. Would you be able to tell me what people are kind of in a bad situation and are looking for some help?
Oh, all of us. Why don't you go ahead and give us some money? Rich lady in your fancy dress.
Oh, it's like, so you need money? Could you tell me about the situation here? Why is it that this particular area seems to be so destitute? What happened here?
We're poor.
Right. Why are you poor, though?
You don't have any money.
Because we don't have money. Like, I don't understand your question.
Why didn't you have jobs like the other districts?
Hey, lady, what's in the sack?
It's bread. Would you like some?
Yeah. When you pull the sack down, he's gonna attempt to snatch it from you.
Alright.
So,
If he steals, you're allowed to kill him.
Or at least have the boys rough them up. That's why you brought boys.
Do you want me to make a acrobatics check or something?
acrobatics or athletics, whichever you prefer.
Okay. Natural 20.
Okay, he goes to snatch it, and you go. Get that. It doesn't quite manage to snag it from you.
Like, you can have one. And it's like, I take it out from behind me and still hand him one. It's just like, no, you gotta have.
He tucks it into his shirt.
And it's like, I can see that one of the reasons that poverty is increased here is due to manners.
Sebastian, do something, eh?
He just kind of goes and like gives a nod off to someone else who just runs off. We don't really need you around here. Fancy folk coming in here thinking that your God's going to save everyone.
Ah.
We don't need your help. Get lost.
Oh, but you do. You really do. And it's like, you don't know what's coming, but I'm here to make sure that everybody gets out.
Yeah, okay, crazy lady. You have a nice day now. And he just turns around and leaves.
Okay. And it's like,
It's not very grateful.
and it's like, you get this some of the time. It's just the way some people are, but I think some people can still be saved here. So, I will be continuing to go and look for more people.
Who we're deserving for.
Yeah.
Zombie district there? Anyone thinking zombie district?
Again, that's wholesale slaughtering, the baby with the bathwater.
And not clearly, you teach them magic. Then they can get their money the right way by taking it.
But yeah, I'm going to go looking for people with the more favorable disposition than that guy.
Okay, so as you're traveling through the streets, you talk to a couple people, handed out a couple more pieces of bread. About 10 to 15 minutes later, what's your AC?
17.
Arrow comes out and just completely misses you. Super bad.
Mantle of Inspiration.
We don't know what that does.
Yes, I also don't know what that does.
It gives temporary HP out for bardic inspiration use, and also makes it to where the people that I have with me are able to take a movement action on this turn.
Okay, so you and your boys get a movement action.
Yep. So, yeah, you can move up to 60 feet. And I can pick a number of people up to my charisma modifier, and everybody gains 8 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Are you included in that, everyone?
Yes,
Okay.
because I can pick myself as one of the targets.
And there's only 4 of you, and you have a 4.
5.
Oh, you got 5? Oh, yeah, you're rocking full charisma.
Yeah. So,
Well, June ain't messing around. Alright.
so do I see who shot at me?
You can take a perception check.
Okay. Natural 1.
That was bound to happen.
Okay, you don't see who shot at you.
Yeah.
You have people with you.
Yeah, and it's like, did you see where that came from?
Okay, so you want all of them to roll perception checks for their actions on their turn?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, let's go ahead and roll initiative, too.
Okay. I get an 18.
Okay. This will work just fine. Okay, so you got nope. Hang on. Yeah, 18. Baddies. Okay, there's that. And okay, so complete, but and then widgets. Roy and friend. Where the deuce did it go? It's right there. La la la. Okay. So you're on a street. There's buildings on both sides with alleys and things like that. And as soon as the shot goes off and you guys get your movement and all that, the rest of people just scatter. So it's you guys basically in a street without a whole lot of bystanders.
Okay.
But you also don't really see anyone who is attacking you.
All right. Are the other boys able to point anybody out?
Let's see. Do you move or?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and get into some cover that I'd find.
Okay, so you're gonna move up behind a house.
Yeah.
So you're moving into one of the alleys.
Yeah.
Okay, left or right side.
Left side.
Okay, left side. That's great. You yell out for them to keep an eye out, and both Fleetfoot, Roy, and his friend, none of them see anything. They all rolled just about as good as you did.
Very nice.
Yeah, all of them rolled abysmally.
All right. I also tell them to get under and get in cover.
Okay, so as they're run out with their movement, they all go and do things, and Roy and friend move in where you are because they're your guards. So they're keeping on you.
Okay.
So as you take cover, you hear, that was just a warning. You all get out of here. It ain't your place. It ain't your business.
It's like, what gives you ownership of this place?
Okay. So you just shout out. It is your turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I shout that out, and then I'm also going to cast a minor illusion next to the wall that I'm hiding behind, whatever in the alleyway, and I'm going to create a illusionary wall that just goes 5 feet next to it, so that I'd be able to interact with it to see through it, but not have them see me in return.
Okay. So one wall on one side, you're kind of hiding behind the illusionary wall up against the building. Okay.
Right.
I take it matches the building.
Yes.
Okay.
So the idea
as
is,
opposed to just random stone wall.
No. Yeah, it's like I want it to match, and the idea is that I'm going to try to peek out to see who's find out where that voice is coming from.
Okay, so you tap the wall and you kind of peek through it, and you see about 30 people moving up the street.
Okay. So we got 30 people moving up the street.
And there's a guy prominently in front.
All right. Where's Sebastian?
Sebastian ran into a different alley, one further back.
Okay. And call out Sebastian. Say, Sebastian, it looks like these guys mean business. Go ahead and head back. And then, yeah, I'm going to take my Roy and boy, and we're going to try to skedaddle out of here.
You could take him.
Okay.
I could take them.
So you have movement left.
Yeah.
And Roy and his friend
hide in an alley,
have their full turn,
lure them in,
but they're going to stick
see
with you, so
cast.
you move 30 feet
I could
away.
take a bunch of
Okay.
them.
Do I have my bonus action right now?
You would, yeah.
Okay.
Because looking through the wall didn't cost you a bonus action.
Alright. Then I will go ahead and do my Mantle of Inspiration again to give the allies that I can see at least the 60-foot movement now as well.
Okay.
So I'll do that, and I'll move, and I'll also move the additional 60. And
Okay, so
heading,
you and them are just...
yeah.
Okay.
Heading out of there through the alleyways and then getting back to our own district.
So as you're running through the alleyway,
Mm-hmm.
or as you're running away, another arrow takes the bag of bread off your shoulder.
No, my silver!
My bag.
That's what he was aiming for.
Okay,
So,
yeah, I leave it.
So yeah, you have been... Did you, leave the full district? Because they are pursuing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'll head back.
You get a rousing and stay out!
Alright, so I wait and make sure that we're able to rendezvous back up with Sebastian to make sure that he got out as well.
Sebastian did get out.
Okay.
He is named Fleetfoot for a reason.
Good man. So, okay, so, yeah, this is something that I brought up at our last sermon. Sometimes when you're doing God's work, you have to go in with the state of war in mind. So, this happens, so we'll have to deal with that as best we can. So, but I got to look at the guy so I can at least give a physical description of somebody to go and look into to see who it is.
Yeah, you got a decent look at him.
Because he was out front of his group of 30 guys.
He seemed to be a human male, big scruffy beard, completely bald, shaved head, with some neck tattoos, and was wearing a relatively clean, workman's clothing, with an apron.
Was there any other unifying theme to the rest of the group?
You weren't there.
No, but she got a look.
Would you like to take a perception check? Because you weren't there. You didn't see it.
Yeah.
There's things I'm thinking too, but I know I wasn't there. So.
Yeah, it's like, were they wearing obvious gang clothing?
Not obvious.
Okay. No, I just left. So
If the question is, are they hostile? The answer is fireball.
Man, I'm almost sure you would get arrested for fireballing a group of 30 dudes and probably killing a lot of them.
what cop in the slums is going to arrest him?
And
I don't know.
who are they gonna arrest? Gary Busey?
See this,
it's a
see this
fireball.
arrow wound?
It's gotta
It
be
was
Dolph
self-defense.
It's gotta be Dolph Lundgren. It's a fireball. It's explosions. That man's got a doctorate,
All
I
right.
thought you just had a master's.
PhD or whatever.
I thought you just had a master's. Not
He
that
has-
it matters.
he has
man's
multiple
still
high-level
Yeah,
degrees.
he's still brilliant. I'm not poo-pooing on his lack of a doctorate. I got kicked out of community college. Let's not.
Dude's got multiple high-level degrees.
For reasons, Nick.
I was
For
gonna
reasons.
I was gonna say, didn't you just sort of stop going? I didn't know they made you stop.
One of them did.
Well,
PhD.
we'll go ahead and
Dr. Dolph.
yeah, we'll go ahead and head back to the church. I'll go ahead and say thank you to Roy and his boy, and say that you guys are free to go now. It's like we'll try to figure out how to deal with that slums a different way. But to Sebastian, I'll go ahead and spend the rest of the day training him.
Okay, so you're going over like the clerical duties and all that stuff. Okay, cool. You roll. No, you don't roll. It's fine. All right, you're working on Yank, which
I am first going to Howells, since they were closed yesterday for the races.
Okay, so you go to the Thurston House and it is open.
And so now that I have a actual room,
I love how you were so reluctant on wardrobe, and now you're like, I really need to update my wardrobe.
You keep tricking me into wearing the same wardrobe piece all the time. So, but in general, I don't know, buy another arrangement of clothes enough to, I don't know. How much is a set of clothes?
Which
General day to
use,
day.
You could probably get a set of his for about 2 gold.
Okay, I'll spend like 6 gold and
Have 3 nice sets.
yeah.
His are a wee bit of a higher quality, and it comes with free tailoring if you ever lose or gain weight.
Okay.
You probably gain.
Being the skeletal man I picture you to be. For
Yeah,
that reason.
I Ichabod Crane-esque.
Mhm.
Just super, like, Jack from the Halloween movies is what I see Dr. Richter as, kind of hunched and skeletal. That's how I pictured him in my head.
5'6", 170 pounds.
So he's kind of fat.
He's not.
No,
He's not fat by any means, but he's not necessarily super skinny. He's not malnourished. 37. No, his more issue. Whatever. Skin is fair with like pale splotches, and long unkept black hair. Wolfgang is 5'11", 180 pounds, tan skin, with dark, sleeked black hair.
Okay. Underneath this page.
Otherwise, after that, yes, I then return and work on another day for Yank.
Okay.
Oh, does Howell want to talk about his
3-hour
but
tour?
yeah, his 3-hour tour?
Do you ask?
Yeah, while we're picking things out, and I'll make small talk with it.
Oh yes, me and Lovey have been doing it every year since the incident.
Oh, what incident?
Well, we actually went out with that self-same skipper and got stuck on an island for like 20 years.
Now seriously, however did you make it back?
Coconuts.
Yeah, there was a lot of coconuts involved. I'm not the professor. I can't really explain it, but it really did show how much me and Lovey are really into clothing. Like, no matter how desperate we got or how long we stayed, we always had just the best outfits. And it really showed me my life's passion. Didn't do much for the family fortune, but I had enough to buy this place.
And now we know. But otherwise, yeah, go work at Jack on Yank.
Alright.
I don't know. I already spent my day.
Yeah. Okay, so would you stop? Pick a spot.
I can't. I move a lot. I literally cannot sit still.
He's a fidgeter.
This is the first time I've had this issue, though, so you're fidget further away from me. I don't know.
I don't know why I think of that as him.
Alright, so you're going shopping.
Yes.
What are you buying? And what?
Paper and magical inks.
Papers and magical inks.
Yeah.
Okay, so just general store.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're just gonna pay what they ask.
Generally, ink is measured by its worth in gold, so it doesn't matter how much I pay or how much I get. I've gotten that gold worth of ink.
Okay, so how much ink do you buy?
I get 100 gold worth of ink. Magical
Alright.
inks.
So you get 100. Okay, so yes, you get 100 gold worth of your magical inks. This is a high fantasy world, so there is lots of magical inks.
I just need some stuffs. I'm a wizard.
All right, there's your magical inks. We got some spell books over there. You want some spell books? They're blank.
No, I'm just buying sheets of parchment for scroll work.
Oh, okay, it's over here.
Yeah. Buy some paper too.
Another like 5 gold in paper.
Yeah, because it's like paper's like 2 silver.
It's fancy paper.
It is. Well, it's paper.
No,
Versus well.
no. This is fancy paper.
So there's an upcharge?
What? No.
Doesn't matter. 5 gold, whatever.
Mhm.
Money. What is it? 4. I didn't work for this.
We have worked so much for money.
I've done almost nothing to earn this money.
Maybe your character.
To be fair, that the book's heist was a big expenditure of your power.
Yeah, the chops and all that back and forth.
Yeah.
That was for getting us a level in with the union, though.
Yeah.
Right.
But we haven't actually checked back to see now probably being end of the month or yearly take.
Because
from
we got individual rooms at the church, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have an area and individual beds.
Doesn't have a door.
No.
No. Doors and walls you would have to spend money on. My room has doors and a wall because I spent the money for it.
There's no enclosed spaces?
On that
not
second
a-
floor.
No.
Well, there's 2. There's an enclosed space and split another enclosed space, and in that enclosed space is a little cubicle.
It is my room.
There's an office with a cubicle in it.
I just need to find a private place to go do ritual stuff.
Well, you still have your room at the Red Horse.
Oh, yeah, good point. I'll use that one. I'll go perform infernal magics there.
I'm sure they're just so thankful. If they do.
Don't worry. What's that smell? Incense. Smells like
I
sulfur.
know where you can
Cheap
get some
incense.
cologne.
Cheap incense. Yeah.
Just Gary Busey, don't worry about it.
I go prepare for the evening by making up some contracts, contacting my patron, and getting ready for, handing out some candy to idiots for souls.
Okay, so you want to contact your patron.
Yep. So we can start getting ready for him to shuffle off and hand out some, door prizes for idiots.
Okay, so you do the ritual.
Yeah.
You say the chants and you do the dance.
Yeah, do the ritual, say a chance.
Uh,
Feel like, yeah, we're set up here. We're ready to start peddling some goodies to idiots.
Mary, you've contacted me. What is it that you would like?
Oh, I just need you to sign off on some of these get me some boilerplate contracts here, so I can start peddling it to some of the rubes in this city.
What exactly are you promising for what I am receiving?
Well, we're getting soldiers for the good war, of course. I figure there's lots of idiots here who could convince to participate.
And what is it going to cost me?
I
It's
figure.
called the Blood War, the Good War.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm invested. I'm invested.
The necessary one.
I'm all in. And I'm figuring out, I can get most of these guys to do it for like a cantrip, like setting stuff on fire or something. And I mean, if some of them tweak your interest and do something good, you can cut your own deal with them on the side. I ain't going to complain.
I'm glad you're not going to complain that I, your patron, have decided to do anything at all.
Of course not. It's a purely
But-
amicable arrangement.
The deal must be written out in full, so figure out what it is you think that I can give them. For a dirty, useless soul's going to wind up being a blub of some nature.
I'd like to point out that the Blood Blobs were absolute MVPs. The Blood Blobs are absolute masters.
The boiler. The thing is, that's the same game that originated Eric, and Eric has already been tied into this world. So somehow there is a tie.
The blood.
Is your patron? Was it Steve?
Listen, I don't need you ruining my surprises.
It's Steve, isn't it?
Him and his nightmare.
Our
Who's
good
also named Steve, if I remember
Yes,
correctly.
his nightmare was also named Steve.
Our good old Death
I,
Knight
the
buddy.
Dreadlord Steve, not just willy-nilly hand out party favors.
The great and powerful Steve.
Their soul has to be worth something for it to be worthy of a trade.
Well, the point is to get them invested now, and then we'll do some bigger, more elaborate stuff later.
Yes, but invested now does not mean their soul has enough power to give me a good return.
Remember,
They're not you, Mary.
those weak of ones, you can just trade them for, like, liquor.
So, convince them to join the army, but no promises.
I could probably work that.
Steve out.
Good old Steve. You know, you can trust devil like that. It's got a good name.
Good name, easy to remember, super easy to pronounce.
Yeah.
So
He did come from a hell where they didn't tend to betray you all that well.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a betrayal. It was a complete, trade 1-to-1, no backstabbing, except for the
You heard the
random
man. Fine
stabbing.
print that says if
That
your
was late
soul
stabbing?
is found worth the effort at the bottom.
So yes, you can craft a contract that will cost them their soul, but you don't get to promise them things. Some people might, maybe, get something if their soul is worth it.
So I can offer them vague promises that are in no way guaranteed by the contract.
Yeah, so you have to be the vaguest of contract.
No,
vaguest
that
of
worked
promises.
really well.
Yeah.
We've done that.
So you can find suckers who would buy into that.
Also, we learned from that campaign, offer them a timed deal, not specifying what reality that time is based off of. For you.
Unfortunately, you're not there to give them that advice.
Yes.
I swear to all that is holy, I don't like group chats. I don't see the freaking purpose. I'm getting a billion messages about something that's not happening forever. So
Group chats for the win.
it's like, Gets, I love you, stop it.
Then yeah, I suppose I'm just gonna set these up as I'm just gonna literally sham them up as afterlife insurance. You want a guaranteed spot in the afterlife, fighting for as long as you can want, guaranteed placement with a whole hierarchical build process. If you do enough work for us, it's going to be set up like a pyramid scheme.
You're multi-level marketing souls.
Yes, if you can convince enough people to sign on, you'll earn yourself into the next rank, and with higher rank comes better privileges. Look at me. I started out early. I recruited a lot of people. I have magic powers. You too can have magic powers.
Quotation marks up, maybe.
Big asterisk.
If you hire enough, if you recruit enough.
Yeah, if you recruit enough fellas.
Doesn't say what enough is. But I mean, I'm sure if you recruit enough, you can.
Don't you want this pink Camaro?
I'm going to go full in on the multi-level marketing and pyramid scheme this.
But remember,
You
you're
can
competing with
certainly
other
try.
people.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't know. Do I know where whatever McQueen is?
Steve is currently working on getting his practice set up.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe I'll have to consult with him later
And find more underlings.
to ironclad this. But I start on it today then.
Okay.
I start drafting.
That would be a religion check.
What do I care? All the knowledge is the same for me. 15.
Okay. You make a decent first draft of it.
Yeah.
Probably not as solid and loophole free as the one you signed, but
Yeah.
you don't exactly remember that due to the soul searing pain.
Yeah, it's fine.
It is now.
Yeah, it's fine.
At the time, it was wildly inconvenient.
But it's all good now. Magic powers.
Magic powers, yes.
Magic powers. Then I suppose since I need to wait for Steve, and that'll be like in the next morning, I would spend the rest of my day out at Horse's Head looking for interested parties who are interested in my genius plan for securing one position. I'm just bragging about my deal at this point.
Okay. Persuasion check, I suppose? Are you trying to convince them that they should go after your deal, or are you just setting the groundwork
I'm
for
just
a
laying
future persuasion
I'm just
check?
laying groundwork.
Okay, you can lay groundwork without rolling.
Okay.
That's what you got to do all the time. You just never follow up on anything. Always lay groundwork. You'll do so great.
Yeah, because if you're not actively trying to persuade people to do it, you're just bragging. So that doesn't require a roll. You can brag all you want.
I'm just bragging.
You can do an oration check to see how good you do on the bragging if you'd like, but I doubt it.
No.
The only thing it can bring you is bad stuff.
I don't have.
There's no matter how good you roll, it won't give you anything good.
That gets me like a 10.
Yeah.
You roll a 20.
I rolled a 5.
Ryan's rolled a bunch of 20s already, so...
He has hit a 1, though, but by far doesn't.
Yeah, I've had some swings.
Which was really funny because the dude's high check was a 5. And none of y'all rolled above a 5.
But that's what I do the rest of my day. I need to get some consultation with our lawyer.
Okay. You go and talk to the lawyer about drafting up the demon contract.
Wasn't it tomorrow?
Okay. I didn't know.
I'm not going to his practice. I was gonna catch him after the morning meeting.
Okay. So that's your day, your day, your day, your day, your day?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
that's like
Yeah, that's
probably 8, 9 hours. So
yeah, okay. So you still have evenings left if you'd like.
yeah. What do I do my evenings? So, probably by that point, you're hanging out downstairs by the time I'm leaving.
Yeah, him and Swiftfoot are talking whilst he eats his way through the huge bag of bread.
Fine. Find out what's going on with Peckish.
No, so I tell you.
Also have headed back to the bar.
I tell you the story
the bar?
about.
We're in the warehouse.
Or the warehouse.
Yeah, it's not a barn.
Yeah.
It's a warehouse.
I tell you the story of how I tried going into the slums to proselytize. Found some people who weren't too happy about watching people enter. Didn't stop me though, but ended up being quite rude and quite grabby when I started handing out bread. I then got shot at and found out that there was some sort of gang boss over there who was heading up a group of 30 men trying to drive me out of the area. Said it was his territory, or that he owned it in some fashion.
I will recall anything I noticed on my walkabout. Just
You notice that there were some people who were eating and there were some people who were not eating.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, at least you got bread out of it.
Well, I bought this myself. This was for
Swiftfoot
handing.
opens the sack and holds it out to you.
And so go ahead and have some. I wasn't able to hand it out to the poor people who needed it.
Trying to feed the badger, gets his hand bit and loses like half a loaf as the badger just holds on to it.
So, as far as what looks like we've got people preventing me from doing the good work, so we'll need a strong hand to go in there.
What you thinking? Want to go back?
Well, I was planning to go look through it some more tomorrow.
Let's head there now.
And I walk out.
Okay.
Go ahead and follow. I haven't
Okay.
used any magic today. I go ahead and leave.
Huxley?
Yeah, here.
Okay. He knows how to stay.
Yes.
Before I head out, I go downstairs real quick.
Into the basement, alright.
Yeah. I tell Sebastian to wait for me, or that he can leave if he wants.
Yeah, he starts heading out and going home to contemplate over the things that you've taught him for the day.
Okay. Well, I'd wave
And
goodbye.
hopefully hand out his bread.
Yeah.
He's eaten most of it.
Oh. All 24 loaves.
Well, they
12
out
loaves.
some, and
Half was stolen. If you'd have told me half was stolen, I would have told you. Next time, bring 2 bags, one with poison bread.
But yeah, I go downstairs and I just want to ask Doomsayer how much a crate cost.
the crate of weapons.
Yeah.
I wrote it down somewhere.
But I also have to assume these are like nebulous. We don't actually know what's in them.
I think he gets about 2,000 for them. for a creative weapon.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Okay.
Which isn't what you get, it's what he gets. And then a huge percentage is taken out for the gang running.
And
then
supplies.
Yeah, and you get your leftovers.
Okay.
Does he only sell one crate a week?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He makes and sells 1 crate a week.
It's like I was just curious to see how much it would be if we like purchased one, but it's like later I can have you work on it for us.
It would cost like 400 gold in supplies, and you would lose out on the week's pay as well.
Right. Okay.
So the opportunity cost is 2,400.
All right. I was just curious. Then I'll go up and I'll follow behind these guys.
I want to chat with someone.
Okay, so you're off in the slums.
Yeah. Are there other people watching for us to enter? Like the story said?
Yeah, like the story said, yes.
Yeah. Good evening, fellas.
Man, what you want?
I just want to chat. Anyone? How rude of me. Toss like 6 gold to like the group. Anyone know who? If we were wanting to make a deal with someone in the area, and we got some opportunities to move around, who might be a good person to, to tell us the terms and let us arrange things?
Deal for what?
We might have some merchandise moving through the area that we don't think that anyone would necessarily want to just let happen without taking fair cuttings of, but we think maybe there'd be someone around to talk to about it.
Alright, Blotchy, how about this? You come back out here tomorrow. I'll see if I can find someone.
I'd really rather talk tonight. I've walked all this way.
Sucks to suck, Ned. He turns and starts walking off. Be back here tomorrow. He is currently walking away.
So he's walking like separate from his group?
No, he's pretty much alone. He picked up all the money.
Okay. Where is that? There it is.
Magic spells?
Yeah. Does he have 16 or less hit points?
No.
Okay. So all he notices is a shattering of a vial and probably some gas as he does not fall asleep.
His walking away has increased in pace.
I follow.
Follow along.
I will remain behind.
Oh, you went with?
I was trailing, but once I saw that he was going to go and approach those people to talk, I'm going to stay in our district.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that would have definitely changed the conversation.
Yeah, no, I'd stay in our district. I'm watching from a distance.
Okay. He is going to attempt to lose you by ducking into alleys and hiding around corners.
18 passive perception to follow him. Unless I have to do active and fail.
You have to actively follow them.
I feel passive.
You're tracking. It's survival.
Oh, okay. If it's not perception just to keep him in sight, then yeah, sure.
He's ducking into and out of alleyways and things like that. You have to track him.
10.
Okay.
20.
Yeah, you managed to keep tracking him. As you're following, he starts making noises like chirps or bird sounds.
Whoo-hoo, are you calling out?
He's calling out.
So as you get led further and further in...
Yeah, it's like, you know he's leading us to a group in a trap, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping that there's someone to talk to there.
Okay, I'm going to need you guys to roll initiative.
21.
18.
Okay. Nope, I need to hit that. Okay. So as you round the corner, there's a group of 10 people.
Are you who we're looking for?
Absolutely.
Straight to the murder.
Does 20 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. Where is my D6? You take 4 points of damage.
Oh, golly, that's smarts. Really hoping more to chat.
Alright, it is, Nick, your turn.
One, do they all have bows or just like one or two of them?
They all seem to have bows and swords and they're spread out, so they're not super clumped up.
But we're in an alleyway?
No, you've run out of an alleyway into, like, a square.
But I checked behind us. Are there any in that alleyway we just came out of?
Okay, perception check. If you're looking for people, it's a perception check.
Only if they're hidden.
Yeah, I'm just looking back down the hallway.
You don't know if they're hidden until you check.
But you're saying he can't look and see if there are any that are not hidden without also rolling the perception, though.
Yeah, you can't look for things without looking for things. If you look and there's no one there, you still spent the time looking. You don't get the time back.
Okay, so that would be an action to look back?
Yes, it would be an action to do a perception check.
Yeah.
Do we know if there's any in front of us either? Who shot this?
Well,
hold on, let me use my
check
action.
would also work for in front of anyone hidden in the area. You would be taking a check against them.
I'm not looking for hidden. I'm just looking for obvious. Is there a guy behind me?
Oh, you didn't see them when you were running in.
Okay. I did not know if turning my head was a full action just to glance back.
If you're looking for people, it's a perception check to see people are hiding from you. If they're not hiding from you, you would have seen them when you ran past them.
Okay, so we would have seen them if they were obvious already.
Yes, if they're not hiding, you can see them.
Okay.
Although they could have stepped out to like look thuggish behind us after we walked past, and that's what that was what the question I figured was asked.
Oh, that's not at all how I interpreted that question.
Yeah. It's like, are they calling?
Yeah, are they encircling us? That's why I glanced back.
Yeah.
No, they're not encircling you.
Fireball. I do, in fact, not have fireball.
That's you, man.
Tragedy.
Mm-hmm. Are they within a clumped up 20-foot square, I believe? Freaking, this side I got my spells from is down.
Spike growth.
Mm-hmm.
If with 20-foot square.
Yeah, 20-foot radius.
Okay.
No, yeah, 20-foot radius.
Yeah, because like the 20-foot square would just be a 10-foot radius.
Mm-hmm.
So 20-foot radius is you could probably get 4 out of the 10.
8 squares across.
Jesus, they are really spread out.
You had a plan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
There's an alley right behind us.
Yeah. Come get us. Dirtbags. Back up and go into the alley.
Okay. So you're just backing up into the alley. You're like at the edge of the alley. You're just backing straight back into the alley.
Enough to where they would have to follow us into the alley to get us.
Okay.
And going, a full distance back.
So you're moving 30 feet back.
Yeah. And I am triggering I'm triggering spike growth, waiting to cast it till after.
So you're holding action for spike growth.
Technically, it's not.
And
Yes.
you're holding the action until Adam moves.
Yeah, until Adam moves. I have cast a spell. It is done.
Yes, you're holding the action.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. After Nick, it is in fact Adam's turn. So I can't just go and steal the spell away from Nick.
Yeah. Oh, man. Whoever wants to talk. Oh, and I walk back.
So you move back, and okay. So Adam is now, and you're just filling up the alley.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it basically goes from you to the front of the alley, and then a little bit beyond that. It goes 10 feet beyond the front of the alley, and all the way back to you, and also into the homes on either side.
I would not think it would go through walls, but that's really good to hear if it does.
Well, it doesn't go up the walls, and it's spike growth. You make the ground grow spikes.
I still assumed line of sight, but sure, if that's the way you're working it, I can abuse the fuck out of it.
Okay, it doesn't work that way. You
Okay.
said that you can abuse it.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that too, but just know.
I would
if
love to
can
go put this
cast-
on the other side of a door that we can't get through.
Yeah. So, yes, that was my action. Did you do anything besides move with yours and talk at them?
Well, he moved. You saw the next post.
With the talkie, would taunting be intimidation, persuasion?
It would be intimidation to taunt.
Taunt.
Well, are you trying to get them to come towards you?
Yeah,
Persuasion then.
persuasion.
You're trying to.
Well, I rolled poorly anyways, so.
You rolled without, checking if you should roll.
Yeah.
Well, he's using his
8.
action to persuade.
Yeah. I'm actively doing an action to
So
try.
you're trying to convince them to come towards you, or
Well, I guess technically the word I used was whoever wants to talk, come talk, and then went back into the alley.
okay.
So
So yeah, you're behind Maribel.
probably be in line.
Well, are you in front of or behind?
Is
Or are you directly next to?
next to, unless it's this side of an alley? In which
Okay,
case,
then you'll take 5 and you'll take 5.
Okay.
Okay, so does 13 hit you, Nick?
No.
Okay. Does 14 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. So you take. Alright, so you take 6 damage from the first, and then. Not from the first, from the third, and then you take 10 damage from the fourth, and then you get 1 more, and you take.
Spike growth drops.
9 damage from the fifth one. For you. Okay, does 13 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, does 12?
Yep.
Oh no. That's 3 damage and 8 damage. Okay. Does 5 hit you?
No.
Okay, the fourth and fifth one, or no, the third and fourth one just go phew, almost like they rolled the exact same thing. Oh, wait, sorry. And then the next one also misses you. You got 3 3s.
They were the third greatest bowman.
Yeah. Okay, so Nick, it is your turn.
Okay.
Do we see these bowmen having come?
They're moving in, shooting, and moving out, but there is still like some that you can see. There's about 3 of them you can see through the opening in the alley.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, like, lean over. I'm gonna spike it out where they can't see us, and let's head out, because that hurt a lot. And if they don't see me lay it down, they probably won't know it's there.
All right.
Okay. So, move 30 feet away from the alley towards another alley to start trying to lose them?
You're at a spot where you can go either up the road or back into the more alleys.
Back into more alleys because it'll be easier to lose them.
Okay.
And waiting for...
So you can either try to lose them by moving a confusing pattern or do a stealth check, which would be a group check for both of you for the stealth, but you could do just the survival if you wanted.
He would be solo.
Yeah. No,
you're not going with him?
We'll move in the confusing pattern, but yes, I tell him, like, I'm going to cast it here, we're going to go down this alley and start taking more turns, but I need you not to be standing where I cast it. So I move, cast the spell again, hold it.
Okay.
To cast it there.
I continue down the alley. I am looking to go down the alley out towards the main roads. On my action, I will actually do a Cure Wounds.
Okay, so you're moving, like, out. You're trying to get out of the...
Well, you said if we go back the alley, the way as before,
Yeah.
like where he's going, that it would then split where you could go into further alleys or onto a different one of the main roads.
Okay, so you're just going straight out. So you're 30 feet out. You're still in sight of the other road.
I mean, I'll
which is
take the
60
step
feet.
aside so that they'd have to run through it so they'd have to run through his thing in order to see us, you know.
Are you trying to
well,
break
if you're
line
going
of-
straight out, you're still in line of sight because your 30 foot doesn't let you dodge to one side or the other because it's 30 feet.
Well, then I don't get all the way out to the street yet. I'm dodged to the side, but headed that way.
There's building. Okay, so
Where did he go?
He went like that way, up and into other alleys. You're going out to the road on the other side of the alley, which is in a straight line. So you can go in a straight line 30 feet, and there will be a road there that will be kind of the main road, or you can dodge through other alleys.
Okay. So then I guess I'm taking a step into the side alley, but not moving my full distance because I'm going to continue down the road with speed next time.
Well, you're not out of the alley yet. You're not to the road. Your full movement does not get you to the road.
Okay.
So,
but I am trying to make it where they have to run through his thing in order to get to
Okay,
me.
then you're not going to the road at all.
I am still going there. Just because I'm not going there right this
so
turn
you're
doesn't
going
mean that's
down
not
the
where I'm
alley,
going.
You're going down the back alley, not through to the next road. So you're going this way.
I'm getting out of the way of shots. My destination, whether or not it's this turn or another turn or whoever, is the road.
Okay, so yes, you're following his little survival check thing then.
Yeah.
Which you said you weren't doing, which is why I was confused.
Well, yes. Well, I felt like the road was a lot closer than apparently it is.
Well, it's 30 feet, 30 feet.
If only you'd pulled out the Dwarven Forge and made up a...
Or at least a small map. But my thought is, does that break line of sight with them?
Yes, you can duck around a corner and break line of sight.
Because I assume you're going to... Well, what you going to do, I will not assume, and actually take the time.
First, I drink a healing potion, a cure wounds potion. I'm gonna try and find someone to talk to. I have some good ideas on talking this evening. I want to talk.
Well, he moved. I lay down the spike trap.
Okay. And so you move 30 feet. You moved your full 30.
If the best way for me to do it is to move the full 30 and then go like the next alley up to go down to the road, then that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's basically 30 foot by 30 foot little housing.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'm going to block over to then go out to the road.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So those guys go, and they just take damage. They don't get a roll, right?
No. Don't believe they even see it either. I cast it outside of them.
They have to make a perception check equal to the DC of the spell in order to be able to see it. Other than that, they just take the 2d4 damage for every 5 feet that they move through it.
Okay.
So they're... To spot it is 16.
Okay. Has 1, 2,
So 6 damage per 5 feet for each of them.
3. Okay, the front 3 rows, like the first 3 people spot it and stop everyone else from going onto the spike pits.
But I hear them out there stop. Because I'm guessing...
That's definitely a perception check. Because you're not seeing them.
Okay, so line of sight is still broken. That's
Yeah.
all.
Okay. So yeah, you actually don't know where they are right now. Okay. So yes, this is basically a break in combat. So what are you guys gonna do?
Head out to the street, see what I see.
Okay.
As far as who's around, like on like the next street over.
Okay.
Assuming, they chased us off, they're done with us. Who's over here?
Yeah, I'll keep going with you, I guess. But yeah, we'll lose those guys.
As you're walking down the street, people seem to like spot you and then immediately go inside and close the door.
Yeah, and I can keep those spikes up for 10 minutes, and I'm doing so unless something hits me.
Okay.
Once I figure you're staying around. Gain 13 hit points.
Yes, people seem to be actively avoiding you at this point.
Excuse me.
They just like close the door.
I don't think anyone wants to talk to us. And we
I wish I
don't
had Molly around. She always knows how to get people out to talk.
I just realized what you meant.
You don't want to come out, huh? I make you want to come out.
As you guys were moving through the alleys and stuff, you did see a lot of refuse build up in the alleys between the buildings too. Like people just kind of dump garbage and stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
So as we move by, just move a couple bags here and there to further obscure our passage.
Okay.
I will investigate for somewhere that seems to be a position of power. A position maybe of where someone is having people report to them. Something like that.
Okay, so you're looking for like just somewhere where people report to someone.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. You can roll on that. Again,
investigation?
Very vague. It's going to be a high DC for anything.
And that's investigation?
Yes. That would be investigation.
Are you just going to take one of the big numbers? Because I don't think anyone's going to talk to us tonight.
Yeah, 26.
Okay. As you're wandering around, with most people ducking inside, the only place it really seems like there's anyone who's like not concerned, they seem relatively well fed, is a stall of some nature that seems to be a soup kitchen or a charity place that hands out food to the needy. Seems to have a bunch of people hanging out around it that seem to be better fed, cleaner, in better condition.
Approach.
I will also have healed the rest of my damage by now. Wait. No, I don't. I don't have that.
As you walk up, you do recognize one of the people who has a bow and a sword on him as someone who was shooting at you recently.
I think you dropped this.
Really? Can't we just, look at them for a second to see if they're checking this place to rather do, or if this is their place of business? It's like when I see them, it's like, wait, can we just see?
As you see me like wiping off my blood off of their arrow.
Can we stay back and look to see if these are the same group, or they're just questioning these people?
Well, he's one of them, but sure.
But every time, unless we just want to kill him outright, but that's not talking. Because every time we leave one of them alone, they go get more. So,
well, he might want it back.
I don't care. People lose possession of arrows when they shoot them at you. They become yours. That is your property now.
I know. I have this one. I pull out the broken arrow from the evening of trying to release Gato from whatever that I still have. Yes, I'm aware of that. But
so let's stay back and watch that to see if he's just asking those people questions.
watch away.
All right. as you are actively perceiving, which means you have to roll. You can't just pass a perception.
Well,
your way
that
through
one I
life.
completely agree with. So, one last, 17.
Alright.
Just trying to perceive, is that guy just asking these people questions, or is this part of his group?
He seems to be talking and chatting, and as you stand around, you see people moving in and out that were also in the group.
See, now we know this is one of their hideouts versus just someone doing good deeds in the area.
Either way, someone set up to do good deeds when Mama was kicked out for trying to do the same means that...
Well, yes, these are obviously bad people. I'm just saying...
No! These are people we want to be friends with.
Now go get Molly to convince them to come out to talk.
I feel there's a lot of them in there.
I don't
We
know.
can take this
Enclosed
information for
spaces
tomorrow.
seems more Molly's deal. I think Doomsayer would probably be a better guy for large open spaces.
Well,
He prefers
Now
not
that
to talk to people.
now that we know where this is, we can investigate it to find you someone to talk to, versus going in there when they're all worked up and bow shooting at us.
Do I see the original guy hanging out around there?
The kid?
The first one that I gave 6 gold to.
Yeah.
Can I talk to someone since I found it?
Pervert! It's the pervert! As all of the guys turn and start pulling weapons and begin charging after you.
What are you talking about?
I drop fog cloud and tug you away. No, they're not gonna talk to you. They're going to attack on sight. We're running. We're going home, and then we'll do this tomorrow. Or some other night. I'm not letting you get killed by your own stupidity.
At least not until Jank's back.
Yeah. And you'll have to take over Jig.
But you built a lousy character.
He was a great character. He just needed more levels. And probably not like all the minuses he now has to intelligence.
I think he'll be fine.
You don't know what he has minuses to.
It
It was a random thing that I gave them minuses to.
Didn't they all land on the same stat, though?
They did all land on the same stat.
Yeah, so we've already hit a level where sleep won't work no more. And, you know.
Well, it wouldn't work on us.
Well, obviously it won't work on random single other enemies.
It'll probably work.
He tried. It didn't.
Oh, it didn't work?
No.
Yeah, he was high enough to clear.
I rolled 3 1s.
Oh.
Well,
You
there's
got
that.
16. Let's not.
Like, what's the max roll of that?
More than
40?
16.
That would still probably only drop one of the people we've been fighting.
There was only one person when I used it.
True. But yes, fog cloud and we're leaving. If he's sitting there looking that contemplative, I will lean down, go in between his legs, become a horse, and take him with me.
How good of an idea at what apparently now is a kid has become a kid?
He was always like a teenager. He was
Okay.
never an adult.
Well, that wasn't until this point the ever said.
I thought he was an adult the whole time. I never
To be
thought
fair,
he was a
I
kid.
thought that he was a group of people originally, so...
He's just amorphic.
How good of a look that get at the kid?
Pretty good.
Okay.
And I'm going to take us about and then back to the warehouse.
Now he definitely looks like Ichabod Crane.
Your speed's increased by 10 feet.
You're outrunning the horseless people
Yes.
pretty handily.
Now double down, give me expedience retreat too.
That's
You
self.
can't self-own.
Oh, okay.
It's actually the reason I don't... I did prepare that one.
Mhm.
For a while I didn't have it because I
No, unfortunately, you need haste.
Yeah.
And haste makes waste.
Is haste a wizard spell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could totally see haste being a potion.
Potion of speed.
Here, drink this cocaine!
Okay.
Or meth. So yes, go home for the night.
Okay, so you take him back to the warehouse or the inn.
Warehouse. That's where he lives.
Okay. So you get dropped off by the nice horsey at the warehouse. Could have talked to them.
No, you couldn't. They would have kept
You're
shooting
a horse, you can't hear any. You just...
you. No, I turned back to people, take Huxley, and go back to the inn and argue. No, they would have just kept shooting you.
Alternatively, stay a horse, put peanut butter in your mouth, and then talk.
That is maybe a spell for Adams to communicate with animals.
I convinced him that they would have let me talk to him.
Okay.
As you waste that thing.
Persuasion check against your
22?
what is it?
So, insight.
Insight, yeah. So you can roll an insight to see if he's not truthful.
Do I get any bonuses for the
Actually, it would be a
situation?
deception check, not a persuasion.
What, he doesn't believe he could do it?
No, I should hope not. You're relatively intelligent.
Oh, I was pretty confident that if I could talk to them that I would.
Because, yeah, he had those rolls.
Yeah, but if that roll was only 22, I doubt you could have talked your way out of them just shooting you more. Or negotiated something.
You know, I needed them to talk to me.
Yeah, but they weren't going to do that.
And my deception is also 22, because it's the same either way. So it doesn't matter.
Yes, I just wanted to know if I got circumstance bonuses for being there and seeing what was happening.
Sure, you can have advantage.
Yeah. Don't have training, but still +5, so 23.
Yeah, you're pretty aware that that.
No,
ship
he is
was-
mildly aware.
Hey, that's a 17 plus 5. That's 22.
Oh, yeah. So I meet the deception. I'm still aware.
You're pretty sure that nuh-uh. But you're not as sure as you should be.
They did shoot us first a bunch of times.
It's like, on second thought, maybe you could have... No,
I let you know about the way that things work when being attacked, and you just don't attack back, and it's fine. You're still talking to people.
Oh, no, they just keep attacking you.
No, they give you what you want. We got the books, didn't we?
Yeah, I should have just killed you then, you're right.
You've set a precedent for his character. Just, if I keep calm and like, I'm the reasonable person in this insane situation, obviously they'll have to stop
I am
it.
the reasonable person in this insane situation.
But they're not reasonable people.
Or are they?
They're not acting with reason.
Nobody ever told me that, and so...
This is a district we'll have to handle differently.
With murder.
And
bombings. And Molly, yes.
No.
Yeah,
You know,
not everything. You can't talk your way out of every situation.
just do a little
Sometimes.
night witch action.
Mm-hmm.
And chasing someone through the streets.
The Night Witches?
An
Yeah.
interesting decision.
Well, that's the point. I have silent flight. I could just get up there, you know, what range on fireballs, like 300 feet or some crap?
It's pretty good, I remember.
And just boom.
Boom. Look at that. I made a bridge. Took
150.
like 2
There you go,
seconds.
150.
3 tops.
Stupid guys and being able to actually roll their 16 perception check.
It was a 17, 19, and an 18.
Good guys. Alright. So bedtime.
You also got critted twice.
Yeah, that seemed like
Yeah, I noticed
a lot
your
of
damage was
those.
a lot higher than my damage.
Yeah.
You got critted twice, and you got like a 1 and a 6 or something rolled against you. With
Yeah,
their little
I took
plus
like
2.
25 damage.
Yeah, you got critted twice.
Okay. So, evening rest.
Alright. Hey guys, everyone, it's morning.
A dawn of a new day.
Mm-hmm. And we talk about how those guys just shot us some more. And are unwilling to talk.
Kill him?
But I'm leaning towards yes, but we did find a place that they're working out of that's posing as a soup
If it
kitchen.
helps anyone, I do have one of their possessions.
That
Magically speaking, it may.
That would help you.
Yeah,
You're the one who has to learn that spell.
Yeah,
As everyone just turns and looks at you.
What, you want me to dip it in acid?
That's outside my wizarding expertise.
yeah, that seems like something maybe you could do something with in the future.
Well, like, you're also the one with the knowledge arcana to,
I don't
know
know.
that spell exists.
Yeah, contemplate with your eye or something. I don't know. Or I don't even know if we know about that.
But they are running
Do
a
we
soup
still?
kitchen.
Hmm?
They are running a soup kitchen.
Probably feeding them sawdust, the bastards.
Yeah, no, I explained, it's like, there were a few people who looked well fed in the district, but most people seemed bruised and, going hungry. So they may also just be beating their populace at random.
I could definitely see that.
Is psychometry still a thing in 5th edition?
Psychometry?
The process of learning information from objects like that is psychometry.
Legend lore is the closest you get.
Yeah.
Or I think there's one of the subclasses of something that has...
Yeah, usually objects are used as like modifiers on spells that you do
Like
other stuff with.
scrying.
Like scrying.
Yeah.
Or teleport. But, yeah, from the looks of it, we're going to have to go ahead and pinpoint, at least I can give you guys a description of what I presume was the leader, or maybe even, or perhaps a lieutenant, depending on how organized they are over there.
Try to match that to anyone we saw?
His description does not match anyone you saw.
Okay.
But he was leading a group of 30 men when they chased me away.
We described the 2 guys we found.
It's like, well, I was shot at
There's
with
this
a bow.
guy. At first he was a bunch of guys. And he was just one guy.
And then
he was like a kid?
And then he was a teenager.
Yeah, it's a very familiar description. It was the exact same kid who you talked to when you first walked in.
No.
Who tried to steal your bread.
Yeah.
Noticed was looking at you whilst paying attention for other people.
Yeah. No, it wasn't the guy that I talked to that tried to snatch my bread.
It's same guy. Yeah.
Oh, same guy. Okay. And it's like, yeah, I met him. I told him he had bad manners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we kill him?
Presumably we're going to have to clean house in that district.
Jake? How, anxious is the gang feeling to get some action?
I mean, we could wait until Doomsdayer's ready to supply us. I mean, after this week.
Judging by what Mother June says is going on there, we're probably going to have to pull almost everyone out of Horse's Head territory, which we are currently running operations of collecting debts and doing protection for the brothel.
Mm-hmm.
We could just...
So I could probably muster 15.
And we still do have him on recruiting.
Yeah.
So
We could go the merry route and just do a couple surgical strikes here and there and thin them out.
Yeah, figure out where they sleep and just hit them from the top at night.
Give you the location of the soup kitchen.
And see if that is an actual soup kitchen or just the hangout spot tonight.
Either way, good place to target.
Yeah, pow pow.
yeah, I make sure that Molly's also aware of the description of the guy that I saw, so she'd be able to identify him for us once she gets to know the area a bit better.
And by her, we mean New Bard guy.
Well, both of them.
Yeah, New Road.
No, we want her to know things.
Yeah.
She's the one with the fire.
Yes, but he would go in there and gather information about this gang or group.
Mm-hmm.
Because what do we have those 2 on? Or were they on?
They were still on slums.
Yeah,
that
they're
was
on
what their current job
Okay.
was.
So yeah, we're just giving them more information to help boost them up.
For further expeditions into that area, we might want to dress the part to be less noticeable.
Yeah.
They seem to be particularly mad that people with anybody who had more money than them were hanging around.
Mm-hmm.
What Molly has to say is, me and Hammerstein were in there looking around yesterday, and seems like a good portion of the population is being ruled by the guy who runs the soup kitchen. I didn't really catch his name, but if you want to eat, you do what he says.
I see.
So going in there with food is probably going to trigger some nature of retaliation because you're taking away his power, and they have a goodly number of people on their side who do what he says.
Do we at least know his race? Or
He's human.
Yeah, human, scraggly beard, bald.
well, we don't know for sure that was a guy, but we can assume. But we can assume, but we don't have confirmation.
Oh, that's the guy. I confirm it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Neck tattoos, yeah.
Oh, then murderize him?
Yeah, don't know his name, but we know that he's the leader of the soup kitchen, so we at least know one of our enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where he sleeps?
I assume in a bed?
Do you know where his house is?
I assume in the slums.
So no.
Yes, no to both of those.
We know where the soup kitchen is.
Yeah,
Then the soup kitchen it is.
Don't necessarily blow up the soup kitchen. Just once you've...
Necessarily blow up the soup kitchen.
What?
I assume Mary knows how to handle his situations.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of... If we start a fire...
Mm-hmm.
That whole place will go up.
Yeah, we're burning the whole slums down.
And I don't know. We've been told out of game if we...
That's bad.
They will come after us for burning an entire district.
I mean... It'd be pretty easy to take over with everyone dead.
She has a point.
However...
Sounds like a free level.
it wouldn't, let's see, make any money. It would do the opposite of that.
How does the slums currently make money with all their not money?
I do not know.
It's not like we could loot the ashes either.
It's like this guy's eating pretty well, and it's like it might not be the richest place, but it's got something. And honestly, I'm there for the human resources that he's got on lockdown.
Yeah, it's like that is the resources as human. Blowing up the soup kitchen when we want to take over and feed his people and get that resource. So assassinating him, yes, good job, good plan. Blowing up the soup kitchen, bad plan.
Stealth mission. Find him leaving the soup kitchen and follow him home.
Looks like Gary Busey's on. After all, he's lost his girl.
No.
He's now out for revenge.
I heard he was here, but you was hiding him.
Where's that forest?
They
make
told
him-
me you had him.
Just make him the boogeyman of the entire city.
Oh, God.
Why'd you run, Forrest? Look at all the damage you've caused.
He's burning down soup kitchens now. He's told you that man ain't no good.
Just the urban legend of Forrest the Firebug. He runs through your lives like a blaze. Forrest the Firebug.
Just mention him in sermons like he's, a guy worshipping your fire demon dude. It's like, he is the enemy. He worships the fire. He's going around setting all these fires.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Some men are possessed.
Possessed by the evil of Pyrameus. So, yeah. We need to find out where our soup kitchen guy is and then figure out how we want to take care of him. But as far as doing a direct attack, probably not at this time.
Well, at least soloing him out or with a small group of people. And then going in with not just ones and twos of us.
Right. But, yep. So, I guess we gotta figure out what we're doing for the day, but other than that...
Excellent. What are you guys doing for the day?
Well, I am going to check my Farmer's Almanac for what the weather is going to be like tomorrow.
You're such a cunt. Go ahead and check it. Go ahead. Check it.
Check it. It's cantrip. It's like, oh yes, this is what the weather should be like tomorrow.
Yeah.
You want a dice. There is a dice that does. Oh, you have a random generator on your computer.
If it rains, the whole slums won't burn down.
More importantly, I'll have nearly unlimited range on, call lightning.
It's going to be windy and sunny.
No.
I looked up what the weather was like in Japan for tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm willing to accept this.
It won't always be Japan. I will randomly choose another country.
Also fine.
Turns out, blizzard, -2 degrees.
Why were you looking at Antarctica? Don't question me. Fantasy Kentucky's a weird place.
It has magical storms.
It's like it's
That's
summer,
just
it's
the thing that
-2,
happens
and it's
with
like,
magic.
is this normal? It's like, oh yeah, it happens in the middle of summer. We call it false winter.
Yes.
How are you doing?
No, we're in fantasy.
We call it
not
typhoid
fantasy
winter.
Missouri.
Yeah, it's a typhoon winter. It's fine.
Happens.
So yeah.
There's the turtle summer and the typhoon winter. Inexplicably.
As far as what?
Yeah, I guess I'll go. I'm gonna leave that to Mary and Hammer to look into the slums. I'll go to the Bounce Blades and actually investigate because that's the smarter thing to do. I don't know. Did you get good rolls? You should come with me and feed me a roll or feed yourself a roll. No, you're doing
we're here at the morning meeting. And it's like, Richter, what do you foresee today?
I see some...
Skies of blue. Sorry. That should work.
I see some woe, some fair.
I'm gonna make a freaking cricket noise, and that's incredible.
Well, it's like potentially if we could get one person alone, I could maybe do something with some woe, but...
They seem to travel in groups or legionary chases if you don't just blow the back of their head off.
Well, did interact with the guy at the gate, basically solo.
That's the thing. When I was in there yesterday, did I see any guards ever while I was in that district?
No, you didn't see any guards.
Hmm.
I wasn't expecting any.
Well, it's like, maybe they didn't have much of a presence, but I didn't know if, I could just, shape or change my appearance and, magic someone down in the middle of the street and leave and get away with it.
I think it's only internal groupings that you'd be facing.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. What do you have for just straight up attack spells? Anything? Besides your
It's
cantrip?
Adam.
Yeah.
Let's see. Chill Touch, Acid Splash.
So just the cantrips. And this
Sleep.
This is also a stupid question. Alter Self. Is that only targetable on self?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's in the name.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I also described to the people at the table what the people in the slums wear as far as being the gray, dingy clothing.
Yeah, just generally dirty, dingy, gross. Spartacus is not a fan.
It's like, yeah, don't worry, I don't expect to send you out on any sort of covert mission there.
Really? You don't think I can blend in? The 8-foot Minotaur says.
I wouldn't put you in that attire.
Is it because my facial hair is too well groomed?
Yes.
It's more that I don't think all of us together could hold you down while we put you in a dirty shirt.
We're not intending to.
You could certainly try.
And they,
No, we couldn't.
But we're saying we wouldn't, because we don't think we would win.
And he just goes over and goes like this as Molly jumps at him. Just like a little kid. Just no.
and they'd probably be able to tell by smell alone.
Mm-hmm.
That must have been what gave me away.
-1, -1, 1. What's your strength?
My strength, -1, probably.
Like I said, I don't think we could physically pull it off.
I think Spartacus is the strongest member of your group.
No, but you're the strongest member at this table. We all have -1 and you have a 1.
Yes. Do you actually have -1?
You can turn into an animal. You have as much strength as you want.
Just a bear trying to wrestle him into a shirt. You're tearing it up. It will look better that way.
I mean,
Yeah, we're
Because bears are Wookiees.
all extremely weak.
yeah, isn't the Wookiee noise bear?
There's a lot of different things, but
There's like bear and lion and stuff, but like a lot of it's bear.
so yeah, if we'll let the investigation continue until we have a little more information there to maybe find the soup kitchen guy.
Yeah.
But I today I'll go look around the balanced blades to investigate that some on my own. Because like I've been through there a little bit. They don't have a lot of great stuff to steal. They're not a highfalutin area.
So you'll go look into the balance blades. Where you gonna continue to work in the workshop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once I've started, I can't really stop. It
Alright.
would be concerning to bring it in for a repros in the current state. They might ask questions. I prefer them not to.
Well,
I don't know. Mary, didn't you say you could learn ritual spells? Isn't that a ritual?
I don't know anyone who knows General Repose.
well, you can maybe
Could you
find
go to a
somebody.
random cleric and ask him to teach it to you if you paid?
Yes. My arcane understandings are nuanced and varied. I can learn any ritual sufficient to my arcane power.
Given what the good doctor here seems to do, that might be a decent investment in funds if you're willing to learn it.
General Pose, that's first circle magic, so 100 gold. 100 gold, 2 hours.
Plus maybe a fee for whatever cleric you find.
What a jerk.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, we can give you some money.
But that should be 100 gold per level, so yeah, that should be right. 2 hours and 100 gold.
It's second level spell.
Oh, is General Pose 2?
Yeah.
200 gold in 4 hours.
And if you're doing this a lot, I still say it's worth it to have it in-house.
We'll see how much it actually ends up being done.
50 gold per level. There you go.
Oh.
Okay.
2 hours and 50 gold. So still 100 gold in 4 hours
Alright.
to get General Repose. I spent all my money though.
Yeah, we'll give you some money.
Alright. And Mother June, what are you doing?
I imagine that I'll just be.
More cleric training?
I'll go to the garden, and I'm going to try to collect some information to find out if the girls know anything about the slums
To
district.
the Gilded Garden.
Yeah, the Gilded Garden.
Good.
Yes, the poor people from the slums travel 2 districts to get their freak on.
Well, does the rich guy that runs the slums?
Yeah. And it's just like, well, let's see if
Or does he hire out and have like delivery?
any of the girls know about the slum lord.
Okay. And all of that we will do next time.
Yay!
Like, comment, subscribe, and stick around for more great D&D content. Really, it's a lot more to do with Adam and his excellent unboxing videos and stuff like that. But hey, we appreciate you coming to join us, and come back and join us again. See you later.